$2,140. That was the net profit from a single abandoned storage locker in Ohio last month. The winning bid? Just $350. This isn't a TV show fantasy. This is physical arbitrage, the art of buying undervalued assets in bulk and flipping the gems for a massive markup. I'm going to show you the exact blueprint to hit $2,000 a month. We're talking about a 10 to 15-hour work week and a startup cost lower than a new iPhone. If you're tired of digital saturated markets, this is your lane.
So, what exactly is physical arbitrage? In this context, it's the process of bidding on the contents of storage units that have been legally abandoned. When a tenant stops paying, the facility auctions the entire room to the highest bidder. You aren't buying a mystery box, you're buying a room full of potential inventory. The goal isn't to keep the junk, it's to identify the high-value items that pay for the unit 10 times over while clearing out the rest for a quick break-even.
Why is this working so well right now? Because while everyone is fighting over digital ads, the physical world is overflowing with high-quality goods that people just want gone. Supply chains are still unpredictable, and the demand for vintage electronics and quality tools is at an all-time high. People want the real deal, and they want it at a discount. By acting as the bridge between an abandoned locker and a hungry buyer on eBay, you're providing a service that the market is willing to pay for, handsomely.
Let's talk numbers. To start this properly, you need between $300 and $500. That covers your first winning bid and basic supplies. Your target is a 200% return on investment per unit. If you spend $400, you should be looking at $1,200 in gross sales. After gas, fees, and disposal costs, you're netting a clean $800. Do that 2 or 3 times a month, and you've hit your $2,000 goal.
This blueprint is for the person who isn't afraid to get their hands a little dirty for a lot of profit. It's perfect for those with 10 to 15 hours of free time a week. Whether you're a student, a 9-to-5er, or just someone looking for a high turnover income stream, this is a repeatable system that doesn't require a marketing degree. I'm going to show you exactly where to find these auctions and how to pick the winners from the losers before you ever spend a dime.
The secret weapon for sourcing is Storage Treasures. It's the industry standard for online storage auctions, allowing you to bid from your couch. You can filter by location, unit size, and even keywords. This is where you do your digital scouting before the physical work begins. Look for units that have been untouched for years. Dust is your friend. It means the high-value items inside haven't been picked over by the previous owner. The cherry-picking strategy is how you maximize margins. You aren't looking for everything. You're looking for the anchors, items that pay for the whole unit. Vintage electronics like Marantz receivers or old Pioneer turntables are gold mines. Even broken ones sell for parts to collectors who know their value. Power tools from brands like Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Makita are also high turnover. They sell within hours on local marketplaces because they are essential for contractors.
Once you win, the logistics clock starts. You usually have 48 to 72 hours to empty the unit. You'll need a truck or a trailer and a solid set of tie-downs. Don't just throw things in. Sort as you go. Create 3 piles. Sell online, sell local, and donate trash. This saves you hours of work later. Testing is the next step. A simple power strip and some basic batteries allow you to verify if those electronics work, which can double your asking price.
For selling, Facebook Marketplace is your best friend for large, heavy items like tools and furniture. No shipping, no fees, just cash in hand. eBay is where you list the vintage electronics and collectibles. You'll reach a global audience willing to pay top dollar for that specific 1970s amplifier. The key is high-quality photos and honest descriptions. Show the flaws, but highlight the value. Good feedback is the currency of a successful flipper.
Scaling this business is about reinvesting your initial wins. Instead of spending that first $800, use it to bid on 2 units next month. As you get better at spotting value, your win rate will increase. You'll spend less time on duds and more time on the high-margin lockers that build real wealth. Soon, you'll have a network of buyers and a streamlined process that lets you hit that $2,000 mark with even fewer hours of work.
Let's keep it real. This isn't all gold and glory. There is a physical grind involved. You will be moving boxes, sorting through clothes, and dealing with trash. You need a plan for the items that don't sell. Find the nearest donation center and the local dump. Factoring in disposal fees is crucial for your bottom line. But remember, every piece of trash you move is just one step closer to the hidden treasure that pays your rent for the month.
Risk management is the difference between a pro and a gambler. Never bid more than you are willing to lose on a unit that looks risky. Sometimes you'll win a unit that is mostly trash. It happens. The key is to not let one bad unit stop your momentum. Average your profits over the month, not the day. Stick to your maximum bid. Emotional bidding is how you lose money. If the price goes over your limit, let it go. There is always another unit tomorrow.
To do this right, you need the right kit. A heavy-duty lock cutter, a high-lumen flashlight, and a collapsible dolly are non-negotiable. Gloves and a mask are also vital. You don't know how long these units have been sitting, and your health is your most important asset. Keep these tools in your vehicle at all times. When you win an option, you want to be able to head straight to the facility and get to work.
Compare this to digital arbitrage. No ad accounts getting banned, no algorithm changes, and no waiting for overseas shipping. You own the inventory the second you pay. This is a business built on local relationships and physical assets. It's harder for others to copy because it requires real-world action, not just a laptop. While others are chasing the latest AI trend, you're building a reliable, cash-flowing business that has worked for decades and will continue to work.
The math is simple, the process is proven, and the opportunity is everywhere. If you spend 2 hours tonight on storage treasures, you could find your first unit. By this time next week, you could have your first $800 in profit sitting in your hand. All it takes is that first bid. This is the physical arbitrage blueprint. Get out there, find the dust, and turn it into dollars. I'll see you at the next auction.